Fantastic. So, great evening, everyone. Welcome to Success Clues. This week, our Success Clues comes to you as per usual live in London with me, Yvette. And every week, for some of those who don't know, is that I have the pleasure of bringing together some people who I believe are brilliant. They are people who are living life with and on purpose. They are people that are serving the world, serving their communities in just the most unapologetically open, brilliant way. And I'm going to introduce six fantastic men to you today. They're all very dear to my heart. Because we work really closely to them. They have literally blessed my family and blessed my home and blessed my life, to be perfectly honest with you. So they are together, they collaborate, and they run an incredible organization called Manhood Academy, which you're going to find out a lot more about. So let me introduce you to them one by one, and we'll start on my left with Bradley, who is in Birmingham at the moment. Say hi, Bradley.
Hello,
How are
greetings,
you? How's life in
everybody.
Birmingham?
Yes, I'm very well, thank you. Life in Birmingham is interesting. It's
Excellent.
fantastic. Fantastic. It's fantastic. I cannot
Interesting
complain.
is such a loaded word, but I'm going to come back to you on that one.
Yeah.
And then on my right, we've got Brother O, who is in London. How are you this fine evening, Brother O?
Hey, Yvette. I'm doing amazingly well. Thanks for inviting all of us here, by the way. But yeah, it's been a challenging few months for all of us because of COVID, but blessed and highly
Absolutely.
favored nonetheless.
Nonetheless, and isn't that an amazing thing to be able to share, isn't it? That regardless of the situation, you still get to choose and acknowledge that you're blessed and highly favored. I love that. Right, let's go to my bottom left. We have Brother Rio, Mr. Change himself. How are you, Rio? Live from your car.
Love, sis. Big up my boys, my brothers, kings, all of that. Yeah, I'm good. I'm present. That's the main thing. I'm very present. So that's why I'm in the car. I
Wow.
had to pull up. Couldn't wait till I get home. I said I'm pulling up. I'm in the van and I'm present because Yvette has got
Wonderful.
got my full undivided attention right now. So I'm here.
Thank you so much. And then in the middle, the one and only man himself, Mr. Riggs. How are you this fine evening?
I'm fantastic. I'm the what? I'm the one and only. Just getting a drink. I'm in the dungeon, trying to do my work as I've got a big event on the weekend. You know what I mean? So I'm doing the best I can.
Fantastic. And we know your best is some serious good stuff. Excellent. And then next to him is Mr. Kenjay. How are you this fine evening, sir?
I'm well, Yvette. Thank you for asking. Yeah, doing well in
Wonderful.
this strange times.
Strange
Looking forward to
times.
the interview.
Huh?
I'm looking forward to the interview.
Excellent. I'm so excited to be here. We do have another one of the brothers who's going to come back right to us in a bit, and I'll introduce him when he comes back. So let's start with my first question. And my first question is just so that people can get a feel for who you are and what you do. Just that first question is tell us about yourself, what you're into, and why you began with Manhood Academy. Let's start with one of Manhood Academy's co-founders, Brother Change. Can you kick us off, please?
Okay, thank you. Blessings. Wow. I wear many hats and I'm bald, by the way. But yeah. Manhood Academy is just an extension of my everyday life in regards to working with vulnerable young people in care, working with the community. I've got cousins, I've got youngsters around me, and anything to do with directing them or supporting their well-being to a better tomorrow is close to my heart. Alongside of those two things is through my music. I'm an artist, so I like to use my lyrical skill to empower change in people. Wow, there's so many things. And my main thing right now, which is very important as well, financial freedom means that I'm putting myself in a position where I can make a difference with the younger generation. So I've got a water business you know, which I would say inherited. I inherited from my uncle, rest in peace, who dropped out recently from the corona. And you know, I'm taking it to another level with family members so that I can bring youngsters, you know, into another way. Sorry, I can hear myself. Is that right? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
There you
that's
go. Yeah.
cool. Sorry, I've got double
That's
audio
about five
happening.
and a half.
Yeah,
That's
that's
about
good.
5 minutes. Yeah, that's
Let's
enough.
go to
Yeah.
Brother O. Give us a bit of background. Same question. A bit of background about yourself and why you chose to be involved in Manhood Academy.
So I'm a music producer, audio engineer, and a music tutor, but I've been recently transitioning for the past couple of years into a development as well as a mindset coach. As far as coming into Manhood Academy, it came because I was previously one of the people who wasn't sure whether there was a black ecosystem, and also kind of was hearing a lot of us black people don't stick too much together. So I kind of went on a journey to go and find whether this was true or not. And that's when I first met Brother Ria at an event called Naked Truth that he was running. And literally from there, the Pandora's door opened. I met as well Brother Konsu, also one of the other founders. And then they both introduced me to Manhood Academy and what it does and who it serves. And I fell in love with it ever since. And it was literally a case of me being here to serve, even if it me sweeping like the floors as they're delivering sessions. I'm happy to get in where I can fit in because I really believe in the cause. That was about 2 or so plus years ago, and since then it's been a family.
Oh, that's fantastic. And Mr. Riggs, tell us a bit of background. Who are you? What are you up to in the world? And why Manhood Academy?
First most, Mr. Riggs, as they call me, UK tour guide to the rest of the world. I have a hat. I'm a person of many hats, but I try not to be a jack of all trades and a master of none. But at the same time, I'm a very creative person in the forms that I've been through a lot of education as well as self-taught. So in saying that, I've created financial freedom, which is able me to work with the community as much as I can. So I'm able to create different sets of organization from our media, Black Eyes TV7, to my personal organization, to the community, which is New Beginning, which is unification without association, unifying people that finding it difficult to unify, and then able to establish organizations like International Sister Circle. And what my main goal for Manhood Academy and the way I saw it is that I have many aspects around what I call today in my campaign Black Family First, is that I'm able to deal in with the women, I'm able to deal in with the men, but then the missing aspect and the foundation is the children. So it makes me to gravitate to Manhood Academy as I've been working with them for many years.
Amazing. That's such important work. Thank you. Okay, let's go over to Brother Kende. So tell us some background about yourself, what you're up to in the world, and why Manhood Academy.
Blessed Yvette, and thank you for having us once again. Yeah, so I've worked in schools. I've been working in schools for about 2 and a bit decades all over the UK, primary, secondary, alternative education, and after school clubs as well. So, and I do a lot of community work alongside the actual mentoring work that I've done in schools. I actually do a lot of community work as well. And Manhood Academy was just a no-brainer for me. All 8 of us came together to create Manhood Academy. Rio came up with the mantra that you hear all over when the boys get in a circle and they say, "I am Manhood Academy." Brother Konsu came up with the name Manhood Academy. The curriculum was created by all 8 of us, and Darren Osborne, he's not on call. He's the branding, and that was Manhood Academy in a nutshell. But it was a no-brainer to me. Black men working together for the betterment of our young boys at a time of need. So yeah, that's why I definitely got involved.
Excellent, thank you. And Bradley, the same for you. Tell us what you're up to in the world and why Manhood Academy.
Okay, brilliant. So, yeah, thank you, Yvette, for actually having us. It is a blessing just to be able to join the team up and for everyone to speak. But yeah, so at the moment I'm in Birmingham. I work in digital marketing, specifically social media marketing. I've done a lot of different occupations throughout my life, ranging from a bus driver to, do you know what I mean, a floor sweeper. So I've done a lot of different things. And I've always wanted to give back. I've always wanted to try and learn my skills and be able to pass it on to the next generation so they can build, I guess, quicker than I did. I was start studying a lot on the spiritual side of things, looking into Black consciousness, following people like Konsu, Brother Riggs. I hadn't actually followed Kende like that, but I followed a lot of these men that I aspired to be like and to work with, and here we are today. I was introduced by Brother Riggs to Manhood Academy, and yeah, it was an absolute no-brainer for me. Like I had this notion that when I get to some sort of position or place, that's when I'm going to give back. And then obviously the more work and research you actually do, you realize there is no destination. So now's the time. So it was just divine timing really when I got introduced to Manhood. And just like Odudu said, it was, whether I'm sweeping floors, whatever it can be, I'm gonna volunteer some time to give back to the younger generation. And it's been amazing so far. So look forward to many more years and growth.
Excellent. So my next question, and I'll throw, yes, Rio.
Sorry, good. Just so I don't feel like I haven't honoured. We have got 3 other brothers who are also part of the team who are not on the call. So just wanted to acknowledge that there is more to the team. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. But since you spoke, I'm going to ask you first as well.
Okay.
What for you has been special about Manhood Academy and the work that you guys are doing?
There's been loads of things that's been special for me on this journey. It's coming up to 5 years this year, and I think so many little things over those years that I could highlight as special. But if I was to say one thing that really has impacted my life is I think the sense of brotherhood, and I say that to say this, that a lot of Black men don't even have quality time with their close friends, let alone other men who are saying, all right, I want to give back and do work with you, as with the community. So it's like being a grown man in school. Like there was things in school that you loved, didn't it? You know what I mean? It was your team. It was the people that you grew with. It was the people that, so it's that there for me is the most important thing, that there's other brothers who share the same passion and sentiment about let's do some stuff, let's make it happen. And I think, it echoes in the community. So it lets people see that, Black men can come together. We can't always agree, but on a whole, if you've got anything still going, 5 years strong, whether you're one team, whether, some people have done their own thing or not, for something to still exist, and the majority are still holding on to the vision, it gives me a belief in our community to get where we need to be, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. And just as you said that, another one of your brothers, Brother Konsu's, just joined us. And I'm going to let him unmute himself. Let's see. Right, are you there, Konsu? I asked him to unmute himself. Okay, while he unmutes himself, let me ask Kehinde the same question. What's special for you about Manhood Academy?
Well, just to reinforce what Brother Rio's saying, it's about, after 5 years, um, brothers, men, alpha male men are together. And me and Rio and Konsu were on, a team meeting just before this, and Rio was expressing how much, he wanted to, be in Manhood Academy, and it's like he said he wanted to be in Manhood Academy for, infinity and beyond. And me and Konsu second that, because that's exactly what we as brothers do here. We actually got each other's back. And just like the first line of the mantra, I am my brother's keeper, we have actually done that with our brothers through the highs and lows. And the great thing is, and again, saying, piggybacking off what Brother Rio was saying, it is definitely unusual for a group of men to do this type of work and to stay committed and say they're going to do something for the community as well, because it's not easy. It's not easy work at all, and we go through our highs and lows within ourselves and our personal lives, and then dealing with the community, and then dealing with the young people and the young children that we serve. So yeah, it's definitely a win-win for us.
Excellent, definitely. Welcome, Brother Konsu. Excellent. I'm going to ask you to unmute yourself so that we can, so you can tell us who you are. Give us a quick background about who you are, what you're up to into the world, and why you got involved with Manhood Academy.
Oh, well, that's a bit loaded. Who am I? I'm known as Brother Konsu Andre Sankofa. Who am I? I am an educator. I'm an author. I'm a lecturer. A trained psychotherapeutic counselor. I specialize in attachment trauma in young people, in teenagers, and really just in full flow with my passion and purpose, which is just raising the next generation.
Wonderful. And why Manhood Academy? How did that come about for you?
Well, we all have different journeys. My journey came from an organization I worked with for 15 years called Origin Rites of Passage. Oh. And working with young people, the transition from boyhood to manhood, from teenhood to manhood. And from Origin, there was a divine summoning of the brothers you see in front of us. And well, the original team was 8 brothers. We came together. And at that time, I recall in 2016, that's when we were just getting blitzed on the news of youth on youth violence, gun and knife crime, quote unquote, gang. So we just felt we needed to do something to make a difference and impact. So we just came together and chose to make Manhood Academy part of that solution, being the change we wish to see in the world, as opposed to watching media, watching news, and just being upset or complaining about what's happening with our young people. We just chose, with all the skill sets that we have, to just get together and just create something for our young people, in how we can enrich them and just build them up into solid, strong community leaders, alpha males, protectors of their families, and all that good, noble stuff that true manhood is.
Excellent. Great. Okay, let's go to let's talk about the C word, about COVID-19. I'll go to Kehinde about how COVID-19 has affected. We'll start with the boys and the kind of work that you're doing. How did that affect them, and what did you guys do with that?
Mm, yeah, that's a great question. The COVID-19 actually affected them quite a lot, really, because of the fact that, they're active boys and it restricted their movement. And boys in general are very active anyway. So the fact that they had to be restricted from being their natural selves was really problematic when they actually were at home. We moved our sessions from the physical form where we actually do it, which is right around the corner from the Grenfell Tower, which is called the Curve Building, to online. And we was thinking to ourselves, how's it going to be? Will it be the same impact? Would it be just as exciting as it is in the physical? And through trial and error, we actually managed to get, solid sessions in from pretty much the start of the lockdown to we just finished very recently. Well, we finished about 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago. We finished our online sessions, but it was challenging process at the start. Obviously, getting to grips with Zooming,
Technology.
you know, making sure everybody's muted when you actually want to say something, making sure your camera's the right way round, all
Yeah.
those little technical stuff, and also getting the boys used to the world online
Yeah.
because it's not easy for them. They're just used to being in physically in the classroom. But it did affect them a lot in the beginning. That's why when we actually had our Zoom session, we actually done a check-in with them at the beginning every week. And when we got feedback from the boys, they were saying one of the best things about the sessions is that we asked them every week how they're feeling.
Yeah. Excellent, excellent. And let me ask Brother O as well. Like, what was your experience of COVID-19 and running sessions with the boys? What did you get from that? How was that for you?
Well, first things first. When it came to COVID, it was kind of a new situation for all of us, and I have to say the young masters took to it very well by comparison to how we may have taken to it if we was in their shoes at their age. Their attention was spot on considering the circumstances, guy. I definitely felt, even when I was delivering, that a possible factor would be the young people's attention span. And I was pleasantly surprised. And it goes to show as well the foundation work, because many of the young people that we have been with us for quite some time. So to see the things that they've been grounded in be challenged by a circumstance such as this, and to see them respond to it, I felt really proud. So again, under the circumstances, it was a challenge, but at the same time, I'm really proud of how they came and how they took to it, and also what they got out of the sessions as well.
Excellent. So let me ask the next question to Mr. Riggs. What for you in your journey with Manhood Academy and all, what's been like a special highlight for you in that journey? You probably have loads of them, but I'm making you choose one. Hold on, you got to unmute. You got to unmute yourself. Ah, there we go.
Yeah, I've unmuted.
Yes.
Yeah, there's many stages, but I'm a person that likes to move around, so I enjoy when we do field work. And I could say when we did the exchange program, where we went out and we actually applied our work within certain places where we went. So, for instance, taking the boys to in forms of entrepreneurship, showing them businesses and engaging with the people in the market and relating to see what their ideas are. So I would say, yeah, around doing field work.
Excellent. Thank you. Okay. And for Bradley, what for you has been like a big highlight in the journey of working with Manhood Academy?
So many highlights, so it's hard to pinpoint on one.
Hard to pick one.
But I think one that stands out was like the Manhood graduation. So when we brought down all of the young boys, you know, all of the parents come, and it's just a celebration of them. You know, it was just a celebration of them, and what they've achieved, how much they've grown. And I think the energy that day, it just kind of came back around and just reminded me of every reason why, you know what I mean, why we do everything that we do. And it was just a really good day, a really good day. There's so many highlights that happen. It's hard to kind of pinpoint, and that's why I think that kind of stands out, because it is almost like a celebration, an amalgamation of all of those highlights that we get to experience on a day-to-day basis. So yeah, that's one that stands out to me.
And them being celebrated is a huge deal as well, isn't it?
100%. 100%.
So, Brother Change, I've got a question for you. Let me unmute you or ask you to. There we go. So, why is this work important?
I think that's one of those questions that you just need to look into society and see the obvious. You know, the youth haven't got role models to direct them away from what seems to be the coolest way to live. You know, and I say that to say this, like, everyone wants money, everyone wants to look good, everyone wants to be fly, but the lifestyle that's being promoted, especially by social media, different generation, and the music, is that you don't just need to get money by working hard or legitly working hard. You need to get money by having a name on the block, by making sure that, you know, like, you've been country, you know what I mean? You've been OT, you've been out there, you know, you've used your knife, you chef man up, you know, like the stripes that today's society are using as their form of I don't know, acknowledgement in their peers and in the world, is the same thing that's gonna allow the black race to not exist in the next 20, 30 years. So it's so urgent. We're like dinosaurs. We can easily be extinct if we don't reverse the reality and the mindset of what is present in our youth and in all generations, because our generation have got a big role to play in this. So this is why I personally and all the brothers here have said, you know what, we have a role to play in this. They are the offsprings of us. So whatever we didn't teach them, they're finding out themselves, and whatever we did teach them is what they're using, and it's not good. So yeah, it's very easy to see why it's urgent and important.
Excellent. Yeah, that's so true. That's so true. And let's go to Brother Konsu to give us a bit more about what's the vision. What vision do you see for the future of Manhood Academy?
Well, before I continue, I just want to say we were backstage with you, Yvette, and we was all busting up joke, and then it was like action, and everyone's like, yeah, this is actually how we behave, okay? We're just being noble for this interview.
This is the good side.
But so what did you say? Rephrase the question. I had to drop that in.
The vision of Manhood Academy. What does the future look like?
Well, as it says in the movie The Time Traveler, the future is now.
Yeah.
You know, the future is now. Well, we've always had a vision from the very beginning to expand and just build this organization as a brand. So we are in talks in opening up a branch in Birmingham, and we were on course to open up a branch in East London. That was a year or two ago, but that got postponed. So we're really about expansion, and just also about finding creative ways to to engage our young people and just inspire. And one of the things remember, we are in a business of rites of passage, which is coming of age, which is boyhood to manhood. In all cultures, that say more so in ancient culture, that was a standard requirement. It's been lost in the West. It still happens in the East, it happens in Africa, it happens in India, China. I guess the closest we'll get is maybe a Jewish bar mitzvah in the West. So we're in a business, I won't even call it a business, we're in a passion of rites of passage. And we've done a few overseas programs, and we really want our young people to become cultured and see the world. So we're constantly on radar looking out for opportunities to take our young people abroad so that it can expand their minds and their worldview. So those are just some of the things we have in mind. And I guess the ultimate goal is the Manhood Academy Center for Excellence, or the Womanhood Academy Center for Excellence, or the Lifehood Academy Center of Excellence. So, ideal would be a building that will enrich not only our young people, but their families, their parents, and a hub where the community can come and be served by us.
That's amazing. And you can end by telling us how can people help? Where can we find you on social media? What does help look like? Because I know that now that people know you're out there, what kind of help can they give? What does that help look like? How can they reach out to you guys? Where can you be found?
Okay, well, what you can see on this screen is just a cross section of multiple skills. Each one of us have our skill set that just really enriches the community. So in Manhood Academy, it's a holistic process. So as well as engaging with our boys, teaching them things like social skills, emotional intelligence, educating them on social media addiction, which is a big one, as well as the other things that coming to Manhood comprises. We also support the parents. So just like in a youth club where the parents might drop off their young person and go for a Starbucks and come back in 2 or 3 hours. No, you have a choice. And the choice is you can stay. And we have the Parenthood Academy, where we title it Progressive Parenting for the Millennials, which you can testify to, Yvette. And what that is the millennials are they're different, not different in a bad way, just a different generation. It's a digital generation. So the old school values, some of them apply and some of them do not. Your average teenager, speak when I'm spoken to. Remember that old school carrot, speak when you're spoken to? Well, our teenagers got something to say. Speak when I'm spoken to, but I got something to say too. So we have to adapt like a branch in the wind to the generational changes and not be fixed and stuck in values that may longer be relevant, or else we may lose our young people. We may lose them. So we've got to stay connected by any means necessary. So those are just some of the things, the future visions we have. I'm sure the brothers may be able to expand upon if I missed anything out. But yeah, we're just about growing our young people like seeds, and we are the water and the sunshine.
Excellent. Brother O, do you have something to add to that?
Yeah, I was going to say, was another element to the question as to how can people support what we do as well?
Yeah.
Okay, so I would say first things first, if you are a parent of a boy between the age of 8 and 19, contact us, come our way. We have a website, manhoodacademyofficial.com. And we've got Instagram as well as Facebook, in which you can get in touch with us. We are based in different parts of London, but at the same time, if we're not based in a part of London that you're situated in, get in touch with other parents who are in the same situation. If we have a scenario where there's 10 parents with young boys in another part of London or another part of England who'd be interested, it makes it easier for us to set a foundation in that part of if you're not a parent of a boy, but you happen to know somebody who is, or even if you're the nephew.
He's doing well.
Get in touch with us so that we can offer support. And also, and it's just spreading, because I think the biggest thing as well, even when about the Black ecosystem, many things that us Black people wish exist actually do exist. It just takes the word of mouth for it to spread. So even myself, for example, I have no children, but at the same time, this is so important for people who don't have children, because being around great role models and great family structures makes it easier for when you was to have a family for yourself. So in essence, I would say spreading the word. And even if you're prepared to just offer your support or anything else, it might be offering your skills. For example, there's people who are out there who might be involved in investment banking. They love what we do. And also when you get in contact with us, know what skills you do in your day job for a living. You might be able to add value to it, as well as just sending young people our way. That would be my 2 cents.
That's fantastic. Thank you. And Brother Change, you got something to add to that?
Great. Yeah, sorry. Just so that we're definitely utilizing this beautiful platform. This weekend, the 15th and the 16th of August, there is a powerful workshop, 2-day workshop, put on by Money Intelligence. 2 beautiful souls, Peter and Crystal, good friends of mine. They have a great wealth of knowledge in money, finance, and money understanding, and they've created a hub of all of their financial gurus to give the community the understandings of how to deal with your money, how to deal with property, how to deal with investments, all the things we need, yeah, to get us in a position where we can now start building that black pound, that economical structure that we need. And this is all in aid of, they put a course on, 2-day course, which is at a small donation cost, which all proceeds will be going to raise £10,000 for Manhood Academy and Womanhood Academy. So it's a great cause, but people are getting the value of 10 or more Black professionals all around money, finance, and money management. So for me, it's a blessing to have these opportunities and to have people that support what we're doing so much that they're saying, we're going to bring our power team to the community. Yeah, so the community are not just donating money, they're getting crazy value. You know, when has this ever been done, first and foremost? You know, a group of
I saw that, yeah.
It's powerful, and I think I don't think we've given it enough promotion, but I just want this to be another platform that if people hear about it now, get involved. You know, go on our social medias. I don't know what the link is, but it's Money Intelligence. But yeah, if you go on our social medias, it'll be on there. And sign up now. Get on it this weekend. I'm looking forward to it myself.
I will put up all those links as soon as we finish this. I'll add all the links to everything. Does anyone else have anything to add? Anything that's in their heart that they want to share?
Yeah.
Yes, please, Terry, go for it.
Okay. As Brother Jay Changer said his event, I said, you know what? This weekend is going to be a phenomenal weekend because I'm going global. And the reason why I'm going global is the fact that of the event that we're putting on Black Eyes TV, which will come out of YouTube and as well as Facebook, in the fact of raising money to creating a international rites of passage, so which we can do an exchange program with other rites of passages, as well as when they get to a certain age, they're going to able to get the opportunity to go into Africa. So in the boards of directors of who I'm working with are people like Professor James Smalls, Queen Diyambi, Queen Afua, and there's many more. So then on the board of for this event on the weekend, I normally do this every year where I take people out for free to go and see the museums, go around the streets and get to learn their history. So I say to becoming a tourist once again, because when we came here, we were never tourists. So now we have the opportunity. We have the opportunity to learn in our history. So now, because of the COVID, I've decided to take it online. But this year's theme is Black Family First. So in me able to doing so, I got every single organization. As I said to you before, the new beginning is to unify all organizations. So I've got Black History Studies. I've got Black History Walks. I've got Robin Walker. I've got a woman called Avril. All these women and people do history, as well as people abroad from the States. I've got people from Jamaica. I've got even Professor Bello. She is one of the top professors in the Haitian Revolution. So everybody is going to play their role for 2 days non-stop. This is like over from Saturday all the way till Sunday. So I've been training all day that there's no sleep, because we have to do this to showing the people that we are one big family and that we can able to push that forward. So in that narrative, as I said, is to celebrate, because on Monday is Marcus Garvey's birthday. So we're even pushing that in honor for Marcus Garvey in what he has done and what he's achieved by collaborating together as a global family. So that's this 15th and 16th.
That is powerful. So you see, folks, you can't be bored on the 15th or 16th. You have a myriad of things, powerful things that you can go to with powerful people. So would Kehinde or Bradley like to add anything before we leave? No, you good? You good? Okay. They're good. Kansu, any last bits of wisdom?
Well, let's give our details if we haven't before. Just reiterate. You can find us. Our website is manhoodacademyofficial.com. manhoodacademyofficial.com. Our Facebook is also Manhood Academy Official, and our Instagram is Manhood Academy Official. So go to our website and you'll find all information about us on what we do and how to get in contact with us.
Fantastic. Thank you. Just to
add quickly,
yes,
we are Womanhood Academy on the social medias. We've got to support that. Womanhood Academy are the yin and yang, the balance of for us. And you, Yvette, for being, oh my gosh, did that really happen?
Yes.
Yes, big up Yvette. You see, that's when he was doing his finale. That's when he was doing his finale. The camera turned upside down, you know.
The camera just said, "Wow, this is too much fire right now." Yvette, don't go nowhere. Wow.
Big up Yvette.
I love you guys. Yvette. Yeah, Yvette, literally, you know, you being who you are allows us to believe in that the works we're doing is working, because you're one of the parents of one of our, you know, beloved youngers, who's young masters, who's in the 8 to 12 age group. And not only is he shining, but in Parenthood Academy, we have you as an example of a devoted parent who's all for the cause. And I want to shout out to all of Parenthood Academy on behalf of the team, because
definitely.
You and the rest of the team, you empower us to continue, and now the village is, even outside of the whole the bigger community, we've got a village in Manhood Academy, Womanhood Academy, because it's grown folks, you know, working together. We're not the gurus, you know, we're learning as we're teaching, and vice versa. So, you know, you being Parenthood Academy representative right now, you've created this for us. You said, look, I want my brothers on the platform, so we have to acknowledge you, sis. So big round of applause around here. Yeah.
Bless
Yeah.
you. Thank you
Brush
so
your shoulders off of me. Brush your shoulders off of me. Go on, do it, yeah.
Thank you so much. As I said in the beginning, you know, you've all been a huge
Yeah.
blessing in my life. It's an absolute honor to see. And for me, as a Black woman, to see Black men get together and just not be outstanding as individuals, but to get together and together, you know, be outstanding together. And that is just huge for me. Keep shining, keep inspiring. I know that the world is a better place because you are all in it, being fantastic. So thank you for being on Success Clues. And when you're all watching the replay, please leave your comments, send the brothers some love, connect with them on social media, because as I said, as individuals, they're all doing great work. And then they came together with Manhood Academy and they're empowering on the next level. So thank you all for being here and good night.
All right.
Good night.